Hi friends, welcome to our channel. This is Muhammad Afreen studying final BA in SRR and CVR Government Degree College. Now in this video, we will learn about the career and achievements of Sri Krishna Deva Raya, greatest ruler of Vijayanagara Empire and one of the great poet of Telugu. Firstly, in early period there exists a keen controversy among the scholars regarding the origin of the city and the empire of Vijayanagar. But Robert Sui, the author of the Forgotten Empire, from the complexity of source material, was able to find out the Vijayanagar Empire. The Vijayanagara Empire started by Harihari Raya and Bukka Raya in 1336. This empire ruled over by the Sangama dynasty, Salava dynasty, Tuluva dynasty and Aravidu dynasty. Sri Krishna Deva Raya. Krishna Deva Raya was one of the ablest and most accomplished monarch who shed lectures on the pages of history. He was the greatest of all the Vijayanagara rulers. Under him, Vijayanagar attained a height of greatness and prosperity never reached before. He was an efficient administrator, excellent statesman, eminent scholar, enthusiastic builder, and a pattern of arts. It is no wonder that he is considered as a last great Hindu emperor of South India. The Sri Krishna Deva Raya period is regarded as the golden age in the history of Vijayanagar. His early life. Sri Krishna Deva Raya was born to Narasanayaka and Nagamba. He was belonged to the Tuluva dynasty. He is the third ruler of Tuluva dynasty. He was brought up by Appaji or Timmarusu, who served him as his minister. After the death of his brother Veera Narasimha, he assisted the throne of Vijayanagar in 1509. After assisting the throne in 1509, his immediate tasks were in the north. The Bahmani kingdom lost its integrity and was on the road on its dismemberment. By this time, Ahmednagar, Bijapur, and Bibar became independent, and Golconda was waiting for an opportunity to declare independence. However, the sultans threatened the Vijayanagara Empire. The local chiefs at Ummattur and Srirangapatnam defeated the authority of the king. On the east coast, Prataparudra Gajapati aimed at striking Vijayanagar and already extended his authority up to Udaigiri in Nellore district. To meet this three-sided danger, he not only made hectic war preparations but also entered a treaty with Portuguese. Sri Krishna Deva Raya always maintained a friendly relationship with Portuguese that we will discuss later. His conquest, war with Bahmani sultans in between 1509 to 1513. Soon after his accession, Muhammad Shah II of Bidar and Yusuf Adil Shah of Bijapur declared jihad. Sri Krishna Deva Raya defeated them at Divane and Kovilikonda and captured the fort of Raichur and Mugdal. After the death of Yusuf Adil Shah, two ambitious nobles, Kamal Khan and Barid, proclaimed themselves as the sultans of Bijapur and Bidar and impressed Muhammad Shah II. Then, on the invitation of the people of Bidar, Sri Krishna Deva Raya advanced into the Bahmani Empire, took Bidar, released Muhammad Shah II, and restored the throne to him. For that, he got the title Yavana Rajasthapanacharya. This is one of the reasons why Sri Krishna Deva Raya is great, because he released the Muhammad Shah II and gave Bidar to him only. Sri Krishna Deva Raya is not likely to kill kings. And now, Southern Campaigns 1512. In the south, he captured Penugonda and marched against Ummattur. At Ummattur, he defeated Gangaraju and later destroyed Sivasamudram. He organized these regions into the province of Srirangapatnam. By sending his generals Vijayappa, Veeraraghava, and Venkatappa, he completed the conquest of the Chira, Chola, and Pandya kingdoms. He also conquered a large portion of Salem. For that, he called the title Dakshina Sthapanacharya. Eastern Campaign 1513 to 1519. The Eastern Campaign started with the capture of Udaigiri. The victorious armies marched as far as the Kotak by capturing Kondavidu, Kondapalli, Rajamandri, etc. On the way, Sri Krishna Deva Raya planted the pillars of victory at Simhachalam and Putnur. Raya's marriage with Annapurna Devi. When Kotak was stormed, its rulers Prataparudra Gajapati surrounded and concluded peace and gave his daughter Annapurna Devi in marriage to Sri Krishna Deva Raya. Battle of Raichur 1520. When Sri Krishnadevaya was busy in the eastern campaign, Ismail Adil Shah of Bijapur occupied the Raichur Tope. Then Sri Krishnadevaya defeated him in the Battle of Raichur and annexed the dome to the empire. He led another campaign against Bijapur and captured Gulbarga. His death. In 1524, Raya made his son Tirumala Raya as king, but Crown Prince did not survive for a long time. He poisoned and died. Suspected Timmarusu, Sri Krishnadevaya blinded him and imprisoned. While Raya was preparing attack on Belgaum, he knew the fact that Timmarasu was innocent, and the son death made him ill and died at 1529. Extent of the empire. As a result of these victories, he became the overlord of the entire South India and became a lion to his enemies. His empire was extended from Kotak in the east to Saliceti in the west and from Gulbarga in the north to Cape in the south. Portuguese. Sri Krishnadevaraya maintained friendly relationship with Portuguese, who set up the Portuguese dominance of India in Goa in 1510. He obtained guns and Arabian horses from Portuguese. He also utilized Portuguese plans for improving water supply to Vijayanagar. Barbosi and Domingo Pais are the Portuguese writers of Sri Krishnadevaraya period. Barbosi and Domingo Pais in their writings prized a lot about the administration, character of Sri Krishnadevaraya and Vijayanagara Empire. There is a one thing that Babur, the founder of the Mughal Empire and one of the great emperor of Mughal Empire, who is basically from Kabul, Afghanistan, wrote about the Sri Krishnadevaraya in his autobiography Baburnama that in the period Sri Krishnadevaraya, Vijayanagara Empire is in the peace and prosperity. By these writings, we can estimate how the Sri Krishnadevaraya was. His administration. With the help of his minister Timmarasu, he administrated the kingdom, maintained peace. He always have a religious tolerance, increased the prosperity of the people and earned their gratitude. He ruled the country with an eye towards dharma. He improved the financial position of the state. He undertook many irrigation works and encouraged agriculture and trade. Thus, under this able rule, people enjoyed a life of peace and prosperity. Ashtadiggajas. Sri Krishnadevaraya was very famous for his Ashtadiggajas. Ashta means 8. Raya court is called as Bhuvana Vijayam. Ashtadiggajas were Alasani Peddanna, Durjati, Nandi Timmana, Madalagari Mallana, Ayyala Raju, Tenali Ramakrishna, Ramaraju Bhushanudu, Pingali Surana. There is some scholars who told that Sri Krishnadevaraya is not belong to the Sri Krishnadevaraya period, but some scholars supported that Tenali Ramakrishna is belonger to the Sri Krishnadevaraya period only. This is the controversial topic. Among the Ashtadiggajas, Alasani Peddana, the author of Manu Charitra, and Nandi Timbana wrote Parijata Paharanam and dedicated it to the Sri Krishnadevaraya. As a pattern of learning, under his benevolent rule, Telugu, Kannada, and Sanskrit literatures were highly enriched and patronized. He had the title Sangeeta Sahitya Samarangana Sarvabhauma, which indicates the variant talents of Sri Krishnadevaraya. His period in the annual of Telugu literature was as great as that of Telugu Bhuja in Sanskrit literature, thus he was familiar as Andhra Bhuja. He wrote Jambavati Paranayam, Madhalasa Charitra in Sanskrit and in Telugu Amuktya Maleda. It was this Amuktya Maleda that was ranked with the 5 kavitas of the Telugu literature. As a great builder, he beautified the capital with the several buildings. He built the temples of Krishna Swami and Hazara Rama, the Manolithic Ganesh, Hanumans, and Narsimha statues were some of the most beautiful and imposing structures. He personally visited the temples of Ahobalam, Kalahasti, Tirupati, Srisailam, Simhachalam, etc., and enriched them. He founded the city of Nagalpur in memory of his mother Nagamba. Though Sri Krishnadevaraya was a Vaishnava, he was tolerant towards the other religions. He was loved and respected by all. He claimed in himself the qualities of a great general, benevolent administrator, elegant and profound author, lover of fine arts. Thus, he was great administrator. It is because of this kingdom of the south played such an important role in maintaining and preserving Hindu literature, Hindu culture, and Hindu language and the Hindu way of life. While the majority of northern Indians were suffering under the Islamic rule, it was this kingdom in the south that took up the mantle of preserving Hinduism and Hindu way of life under the Vijayanagara Empire. This is all about the Sri Krishna Devaraya. Hope you like it. Thanks you for listening.